Hey dreamers, Bryce here from Midnight Notion, singer, songwriter, musician, big fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite song is. Could it be The Memory Remains? Let's use math to find out. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! The Memory Remains, track number 2 from Reload, and the song that the audience is never going to stop singing. I think the first time they got everybody to whoa at the end, they're probably still singing. They're probably still in that stadium singing. And that's probably causing this global pandemic. I'm just saying, maybe you should stop singing and go home so that we can get this thing over with. I jest, of course. But here we are, listening to the song, me and you. I'm going to listen, I'm going to stop it and blah, blah, blah anytime I hear things that are interesting to me, and then I'm going to grade it using the following categories: composition, memorability, emotional response, instrumentation, and lyrics. Each category is a 0 to 4 scale with a grand total possible of 20 points. We'll find out at the end if The Memory Remains has enough to make it to the top 20. I don't know if it will, but I do know that you're about to hit that subscribe button. I know it. I can feel it in my heart. You're here. Oh, there. Yes, you did it. Good job. Thank you so much for doing that. I enjoy you. I think you're an enjoyable human. Great job being you. Let's listen to a song.
Fortune, fame, mirror vein, gone insane, but the memory remains.
That's 2 songs in a row where they start with the hook. That's uncommon for Metallica. I've listened to what, 62 songs now? 63? I don't know what number I'm on at this point, but it's been a long journey. And I think, as far as I can remember, that's only 2 songs of their whole catalog that start right away with the hook. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you think that's cool, but I think it's different. It's still, I don't know if it's enough to say that they start with the chorus. Right? Because, you know what? We could give them this one. Because it is kind of a chorus. Chorus, verse, chorus, verse. It's a different structure. We'll give them that. You can hear that James has layered his vocals. He's got his heavy rains on, and then there's a high one. Heavy rains on me. It's really cool how he's layering it. He's really singing again. I guess most of his really great singing was on that last record, so I'm interested to see if Reload carries that through, if he's still just really singing. I kept saying he's a sanger. This one, I don't know. I guess we got to listen more to find out, but I just love how it's layered like that. It doesn't really, maybe it kind of sounds like 2 singers. But either way, I mean, because usually when you're having a backing vocal, you want it to match the lead in a way that it doesn't sound like 2 different people. But because this is an octave, right? This is a full octave. He's not harmonizing with himself. He is singing the same notes, but higher. And so it's not really a backing vocal. It's almost like a doubling, but it's not a double because it's not the same exact notes. I don't know. It's just a layering. And so it does kind of have that 2 singers vibe to it. Either way, interesting.
Another star denies the green. See the nowhere crowd nowhere cheers of honor. Like twisted vines that grow. Hide and swallow mansions whole. Dim the light of an already faded prima donna. Fortune,
I botched that fill. I do want to point out that the verses are following that main riff. It's a very riffy lick on the guitar. There's a lot of movement to it. And I guess it's more than, I don't want to say it's more than most of they're pretty good at riffing a lot, but just listen to how much the guitar is grooving. It's almost a solo. You could almost, if this was in a different song and you were just strumming notes, you could technically call that a solo. Maybe more of a punk band type solo, but either way, the guitar is moving a lot, and he's not really singing the same thing that he's playing. It's a little bit different, but I don't know. I just appreciate how much riffing is going on here. I also wanted to call attention to the drums, the fill that happens right before the verse. ba da ba 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 ba. That rhythm changes before the second verse. So when we get there, watch how it's more straight. Now we're at the chorus, and the chorus is the same couple of lines repeated twice.
Mirror vein, down insane.
With no hook.
Fortune, fame, mirror vein, down
vocal.
insane. But the memory remains.
So effective to have that pause, plomp, with the cymbal mute, plomp, and then you sing the chorus, not the chorus, the hook, plomp, memory remains. If you want your line, your final line, your tag, the ending of the chorus to really stand out, try giving it a nice little pause there. Stop the instruments, just sing it, let the audience sing it. Once they know the song, once they're familiar with it, you don't even have to sing it ever again. I wonder what the last time is that James actually sang "The Memory Remains" in this section of the song, because it's but the psh, and then the whole crowd. I think that's really cool. One of the things that makes this song special is not actually the recording of the song, but the live version of the song. Hearing thousands of fans just scream that is a feeling unlike any other. I've experienced it firsthand. It's wonderful. Whether or not the song is great is besides the point when I'm talking about the live version, because there's just an energy to it. We got a lead. Okay, so I missed pointing out that the drums are straight there because I was listening to that solo, quote unquote solo. Honestly, it feels that the main riff is more riffy than the solo. How strange is that? Usually solos are and the riff just kind of holds back and stays on the rhythm, but this rhythm is moving so much and the solo is just kind of it's kind of slower a little bit. It's not technically more riff, or like the riff isn't more riffy than the solo. Technically, probably. But when you listen to this solo, it sounds very just simple. Interesting.
Heavy rings hold cigarettes up to lips that time forgets, while the Hollywood sun sets behind your back. And can't the family on just listen and play my song? Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black.
Hey, that's the name of a song. Ooh, there's a nice little James solo. Rewind it just a little bit. This actually, the second half of this verse had a lot of riffing I could hear on the left speaker. James was maybe adding a little bit extra to it. I've talked a little bit about endings in songs, right? We have a part and then a tag on the end, right? If you call this a measure and the second measure is like the end of the riff, then you go back to the first measure to repeat the riff, but the second measure is different the second time, so there's a second ending. Then you go back to the first part again, and then you go to a third ending. It's completely different, or maybe it's the first ending again. Either way, there's 2 or 3 endings every time. I want to play back a little bit of this.
Ash to ash, dust to
Listen to the
dust,
soloing.
fade to black. Fortune, fame,
A little extra.
mirror vein, gone insane.
Backing vocals.
Fortune,
Oh, but it wasn't, I'm so used to the live version. Insane! You get Jason or Rob. Insane! But this one was a whisper. Insane. It's nice. It's nice. You don't get a lot of whispers in Metallica.
fame, mirror vein, gone insane.
Teaser.
Damn little tin goddess.
I love that they're teasing this. They're setting it up. Right? We're ready to sing The Memory Remains, but we're holding on to it. We're saving it for later. Mwah. Brilliant songwriting. You're giving us a tease. It leans us in. It brings us closer to the speakers, and then you teased us. You went the other direction. But it's not in the way that goes, haha, gotcha. It's in an interesting way. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel like they're bait and switching, right? A bait and switch would be like, I'm going to do this thing. Just kidding. You got punked. And you're like, oh, but I kind of wanted it to go the other way, right? That's a lot of the songs I didn't really like from Load. A lot of the songs I didn't like from earlier in the catalog had this like build to something that didn't go anywhere, and I'm disappointed. But this one, it's like building, and I thought I was going to sing, but what's this? Oh, it's a little different. Now we have this really weird guitar tone for the solo, and Marianne Faithfull, I believe that's the name of the woman singing here, who I believe had some relations with Mick Jagger, if I'm not mistaken, from the Rolling Stones. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to look it up, but this is a lady that's, would this technically be called a duet or a quintet, maybe? I know I'm stopping this a lot, but I want to point something out. Two different things. One, for the fans of guitars, you can hear that the one guitar is playing the solo. Do 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 is playing exactly what's being sung. The other guitar has this weird, like I don't know, like some sort of a droney effect on it. There's this high-pitched sort of. It reminds me of like an accordion or like an organ or something. It sounds like some sort of a wind created instrument that, like, I don't know, but it's really like high in the background, and you don't hear it super well. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear, but it's just this thing, and it's got this weird effect. We'll hear it more at the end of the song, but it's something to note. The second thing I wanted to point out is that all you Metallica fans, I don't know when this happened. I don't know if this is James's fault or what, but for some reason, when we hear this song live, it's whoa, whoa, repeat indefinitely. And that's it. That's the whole part. I don't know why it's whoa, because on the record, as you can clearly hear, it's la da 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 da. Da 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 da, and then there's a second part, la da 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 da, da 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 da, and that whole second section is gone. It's never heard again. For some reason, you go see this live and you'll never hear that second half. It's just whoa. And I know that James now backs off and he goes, whoa. You can hear him saying whoa. So maybe it's his fault. But I have a feeling it's the audience's fault because I feel like they started it. I feel like he said sing and they just went whoa. I don't know for sure. You're going to have to tell me in the comments below. Somebody answer this mystery for me because I want to know who changed the lyrics. And I want to tell them, hey, why did you change la da da to whoa? It's not this. It's a completely different song. It's like singing Say It Ain't So, I Will Not Go, Turn the Lights Off, Carry Me Home. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like you don't change the words. Why is it changed? Rant over. Cool. Okay, I was going to say, technically speaking, I think the song could have ended there and it would have been fine. I'm glad that there's more to it, but I think the memory remains. I like that little drop off at the end. What I've not noticed before is the ash to ash, the whisper part has sort of a flange on it or a chorus. Again, I always get those confused. I don't know why I can't figure. Somebody answer it for me in the comments. Why do I not know the difference between a flanger and a chorus? I don't know why I can't get them straight. But there's some sort of a sweeping ash to ash. Let's listen.
Ash to ash, dust to dust, face to black, the memories remain.
cymbal. Love this. I love that. That's one of my favorite parts in all of their discography. Pa pa, that sudden stop. It's not on a downbeat, it's on an upbeat. So the ta ta, right? If this is the one ta, then the second is the and. Ta ta. It's probably an E, whatever. We don't care. We're not talking about what beat it's on. What I'm saying is there's an offbeat and there's just silence, but then the wah guitar is just, and he's just bringing the wah down. Such an effective pause. I'm going to hear it one more time because it's so great. It's a bell. You hear that? We got the bell of the ride cymbal. That's news. I don't think Lars does that very often at all. I don't know that I can remember a single time. He's usually just hitting the ride. The ride cymbal, if you think of a cymbal, you get the flat part of the cymbal, but then when it comes into the middle, it has like a little bump in it. That's called the bell of the cymbal. That's where it's connected to the stand. That bump there makes a completely different sound. Now, Lars is usually smashing his cymbals. He's like, if this is the edge of the cymbal, he's hitting the stick like on the edge here. Technically speaking, you're supposed to tap with the top of the stick on top of the cymbal and let it have its follow through like that. But the side gives you more of a the top gives you more of a tss. It's more of like a t tss. And the bell gives you a ping, 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 ping. And so he's switched from just hitting the top of the ride to ting, ting, ting to a ping, ping. It's a louder ping. That's something we don't hear very often. I'm rewinding just a little bit. Hear the switch? You can hear that effect I was talking about with Kirk's guitar. It's this weird, droney sort of backwards effect, some sort of, but it reminds me of something you would have to constantly, like an accordion or an organ or something. I don't know why. We also get a poem. Maybe? All right, that's the song. Say yes, at least say hello. Say yes, at least say hello. I thought for sure there was a say anything at all, but maybe I'm missing something. Either way, interesting song, interesting ending. It's a little bit different from most of their catalog, so I'll give them points for that. But we're not talking points yet. Now we're talking points. Let's do it. Whoosh. Composition. Now this one finally breaks out of the pattern just barely. We have a chorus and then a verse and then a chorus and then a verse and then a chorus with a different ending. They tease the hook and they don't go the hook, and they have this sing-along part that's not really a solo. It's kind of a solo, but not really. It's more of just a focus on Marianne Faithfull. And then we're back to a verse that's kind of a chorus, like the drift away, fade away. That section feels like the earlier verses, but it also kind of feels like it's in the same section as the chorus because it ends with a chorus. So it's like a verse/chorus combo, and then a false ending with an additional little bridge verse into a sing-along. So altogether, the composition is brand spanking new to their discography. Yeah, I don't think anything else follows a similar pattern at all. So good job. We have different endings to the drums. I talk a lot about how much I love having different endings to the composition overall. Even the guitar parts have that. We have the addition of a guest star, if you will, a featuring artist, if you will. There's a lot of interesting things. So overall, I'm happy about it. I don't think that it's amazing out there, like brand spanking new, the best quality out there, but I like this composition. So still a positive score. We'll give this one a 3. Memorability. I honestly don't think there is anything you can do to make the song more memorable, except maybe have less words, right? If you just said one word in the verses and all of the verses had that same one word, then I suppose it would stick in your head forever and ever and ever. But even with that said, I think the memory remains. The memory remains. It's 3 words. It's 3 words. We have a 3-word chorus. I know there's more words to this chorus, but it has a stop in it, and the stop allows you to sing along. Even the chorus itself: fortune, fame, mirror, vain, gone insane. I guess it's only like 9 words total for the whole chorus. They also bring in ash to ash, dust to dust, which is something that is a familiar saying that we've heard in other places. Maybe if you've gone to a funeral somewhere in England, or if you've, I think it's in the Bible at some point. It might be in Genesis, I believe. But either way, there's a lot of stuff that makes this memorable. So I have to say, it's really, really memorable. That's a long rant to say super memorable song. This one gets a 4. Emotional response. I gotta say, I'm positive about the song. I like the song well enough. It's good. I like hearing it. But I do have to be really honest. I don't need the song anymore either. I admittedly wish that we could replace this when they play live. I get the energy that the crowd gives this, and I understand that that's why it keeps getting played. But I think that if they played any song in their catalog, the audience is going to attach to it at some point, with a few exceptions, of course. Is it more singable? I don't know. But for me, I just feel like I've heard it enough. I'm not done with it. It's not a negative feeling, but it's definitely one of those songs that I could do without. I think it's run its course. I recognize it as a fun song. I don't hate it, but I don't need it. I'm just kind of sitting right in the meh area on this song. So it's not because of the sound being bad or the song being bad. It's just because I don't need it. If I'm looking for my favorite, my emotional response is going to sit this one at a safe 2. Instrumentation, I don't have much to say on this one. They're all playing fine. It's a positive score. I'm feeling good about it. No complaints. This one, instrumentally, I got a 3. Lyrics, what is this song about? This is about a fading celebrity, a fading prima donna, if you will. It feels a lot like just one of those celebrities that's past their prime, kind of forgotten to the public eye, but still feels like they have a little bit of fame in them, even though they're kind of locked inside of a mansion and they maybe don't go out much. I like the line of this celebrity denying the grave, right? That I gotta look it up now. Another star denies the grave. See the nowhere crowd cry the nowhere cheers of honor. So this star maybe got into an accident. Maybe they They OD'd on something, but they survived it. They denied the grave. They didn't die. And oh wow, what a celebration! They're not dead yet, but like nobody is there to cheer them on, and nobody is there to clap and say like good job. They've just kind of faded into obscurity. And maybe there's some fear here of Metallica, like, oh man, are we, have we hit this point? Have we had our biggest hit and we're no longer going to be celebrated? Are we fading into obscurity? That's a fear I can imagine somebody having after the great success that was the Black Album and the 3-year-long tour, and then feeling the backlash from the Load album, right? They got so much hate. They had people burning records and all this backlash, but they're still selling out stadiums. So is it bad? Maybe not. But I can hear that kind of fear. This song also reminds me of the movie Sunset Boulevard. Boulevard. It's by Billy Wilder. It's an old black and white film, a film noir, and it's a good film. I like it. I watched it for the first time maybe about 10 years ago or so, and I really enjoyed it. So check it out if you have the ability. Sunset Boulevard. I don't want to. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I don't want to just describe the whole plot. But basically, this man is hired to kind of help an old celebrity write this screenplay or finish this screenplay that she's been working on forever and ever and ever. And she's just a piece of work, right? She's like, I don't know. She's got portraits of herself all over the place. Like her big mansion is just covered in self-imagery, right? Mirror vein, right? She's always looking in the mirror. And so that's what this song reminds me of. Do the lyrics connect with me? I'm not a star. I don't look at stars and like hope that they are falling from grace. I don't wish that upon anybody. So they're well-written lyrics. I like what I like the way that they flow. But what they're saying maybe doesn't connect the same way. It's fun to sing. Positive score, but it's not the best that they can do. So good enough, good try. I'm feeling gracious. Lyrically, we'll give them a 3. And so the Memory Remains gets a grand total of 15 points, which is unfortunately not enough to get to the top 20. I actually thought this one was going to make the top 20, but I guess when you do all the math, it doesn't add up quite the same. The math saith so. So let's take a look at that top 20 list. There's not much to say here that hasn't already been said, except that we have 3 different ties on here. We got ties all over the board, 3 different spots: Puppets, Wolf, and Bleed. We got Fuel tied with Creeping Death, and we got King Nothing tied with Through the Never. This is a really great list, and I don't know that there's much hope for the rest of this record, but you never know. There could be some surprises. I tend to like things that other people don't like, so maybe you'll see some surprises. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, what do you think about this song? Using my method, what score would you give it? Honestly, give it a try. Don't do like what King Nothing does and make some weird complex math equation. Do what the others do, where you actually choose the 5 categories. It's harder than you think. 4 means you really love it. 3 means you like it. 2 is I don't know. 1 is no, and 0 is absolutely not. Add them all up. See what you think. And then check out my music, because I make music too. I'm not just a guy that talks about stuff on the internet. I actually make music. So check out Midnight Ocean wherever you get your music online, and smash that subscribe button, because tomorrow we're going to do some dancing. We're going to do a lot of dancing. And you know who we're dancing with? The devil. See you then. Thanks for watching.